Hello, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are live streaming. So I'm just going to get a couple things set up here now that I can hear myself and whatnot. Let me know in the chat if it sounds good to you. I'm currently standing up at my standing desk, so you may hear some noises. And it might be a little too loud, to be honest with you. It's kind of sad that it's the friendly mobs that I'm turning down. But if I, let's just real quick. Can I? Nope, that's a chest. Can I sleep? Well, anyways, you're gonna see it eventually, so I might as well show you. Things look a little different. If you watched the last episode, you probably remember seeing a floating monstrosity here. So over there is our fishing docks with Fisherman Crabtree. Right here is our new iron farm, and it does not look the same as it did in the last episode that I put up on my channel. So we'll explain that in a minute. And if you watch the next episode that's coming out Wednesday, you'll see the process of this whole build. So yeah, I just want to walk you through what we did. It's super simple design. I don't even know. I just followed a tutorial because the one that I had in the sky, apparently I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I tried to get that farm to work for ages. And it was not working. So this one works great though, as you can see and hear. Let me know if that's too loud. Like I said, it very well probably is too loud. Let's go 25%. How about that? I want your opinion, because I value your opinion. So we've got 3 or 4 people watching. Let me know in the chat who's watching. I'm curious who's here. Let's kill this creeper here real quick. So as you can see, this iron farm, I had to line it with the poppies of the fallen iron golems, but it's doing pretty good. I can't lie. It's kind of worth murder. Okay, it's not murder. My wife thought it was murder for sure. So yeah, I just feel like we got to plant something in their memory, in their honor. This won't stay here forever. This probably won't even stay here past this live stream, to be honest with you. Oh, come on now. Guys, I'm getting better at combat, as I get hit in the face. Okay. Hey, what's up? Corvid. Finally caught up on all the episodes. Nice. Melissa from Australia. My favorite Australian. Mainly because I don't know that many Australians. I could say in my life, I've met and talked to more than a minute or two. I have talked to one other Australian, and it's when I worked at a trampoline park. Also, Corvid is Matt. Harley Faith, hello. Soon, Harley, you are going to be over here in our farming district once we get set up there. But because you haven't seen some of the recent episodes, maybe I won't spoil too much there. This is our iron farm, if you're just now joining. A little hole in the ground. Used to be up in the sky. I tore that down because it just was not working, and I was getting frustrated, as you probably saw in the last episode. So the fact that this is working has me feeling way, way better. So just standing here for the last couple minutes, we've got 15 iron. So I'm super happy about that. We have a ton of resources. And so we've got stone, smooth stone, deep slate, bunch of wood. In between last episode and this live stream, I have been cutting down some trees. Wait, is that fire? Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on? Guys, there's a fire. What is going on? How did that happen? Lightning. Oh, there was lightning. Do I try to save it? I'm running towards it. So that's the thing to do. Do I even have buckets? I have 4 buckets. Guys, we're gonna save the fire. We need Matt. Matt, help. What do I do? Okay, that's obviously not gonna work. Guys, help. Fire. I probably need to make a fire line, right, Matt? That's what we gotta do. Matt's a firefighter. I don't know if he wants people to know that, but what do I do, Matt? Help. Guys, I will check the chat in just a second. I don't want everything to burn down. All right, we're going to quickly try to save. All right, there's more fire. Was that the last fire? I'm a firefighter. Put wet stuff on the red stuff. I didn't even think about that, Matt. I didn't even think about that. Next time. Okay, I believe we're good. We'll just leave that here for now. Thank goodness. I did not want our church over there to burn down. I won't spoil too much. Harley, you said you had finals this week? Yeah. I don't know about y'all, and you may hate me for saying this, but tests for me growing up, like in high school, college, and everything, I never studied. I never really had to. That's the only thing they taught us in rookie school. Haha. Yeah. Put wet stuff on the red stuff. Okay, so as I was saying, we have here a bunch of materials. My plan is to make a structure around this, and I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about doing that. I have a rough plan, okay, as far as like, let me put my water buckets up now that we have them. I'll keep one on me, just in case. Let's see here. What do I need to do? So I've got a ton of iron. So I actually want to incorporate okay, let's get the ADHD under control and let me explain my plan. My plan is to take this build right here, this little iron farm, super simple, ugly. Hey, Taco Lover, nice. Glad you were able to catch a stream as well. We're currently going over the plan for this episode. So, zombie. Fire. Now I'm on fire. Okay, we're okay. Maybe I should not stay in third person. Anyways, my plan for this episode is to create a structure around this here iron farm. As long as I don't die from random mobs jumping out at me. Which means we're going to have to take some of this stuff down, which is fine. I know I literally just placed these. This is more of a commemorative thing. We'll plant like a little poppy field or something outside of our future build here. So, I want to do just like a little mock-up, like structure-wise, what I'm thinking. This is like usually what I would do if I was like building something. Like I tend to do a lot of like model building and stuff in my spare time. It's, information, whether you wanted it or not. And so like usually in art or anything, we would do like a mock-up or like a thumbnail. And so I want to kind of take what we're going to do here and do a small version of it here, just to give you an idea as a viewer. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a little bit of that junky stuff. Just give you an idea as a viewer what we're planning on doing. So we're going to take the general shape. It's longer than it is wide. So we'll do that by denoting this. Okay. I want to make it fairly tall. And I'm thinking we'll kind of do one of these off the side. Okay. And then I'd like to do another like structure jutting out from that. So whether we do it like this And I think we'll make that even a little wider. Also, guys, I got my tools mended up a little bit more, and I got, what did I get? On my axe, I got Fortune on my axe, Efficiency 3 on Breaking 3, and then between the 2 shovels, I've got pretty good shovels now. And I have the Bane of Arthropods sword still in my inventory because I forgot to leave it down there. Am I feeling any better? Oh, any of that burnout that you were talking about in episode 17? Yeah, I'm feeling way better. I think, honestly, I am such a influenceable person. And so for me, a lot of the burnout usually comes from, like, resistance when I'm working on something. And so I can pretty much get over burnout if I move in a direction. Taco Lava, I should make a armadillo silverfish XP farm. You're talking gibberish, man. I don't know what you just said, but whatever it was, go for it. Show me. Send, put a link in the comments or something. I don't know if you can paste links in the chat, but go to the community tab on my channel and post it there because I'm curious what you're talking about. I've never seen one of those. And I watch a lot of Minecraft videos. Believe it or not, as a up-and-coming Minecraft YouTuber, I do that from time to time. Okay, so my thought here, and maybe this is actually going to be a little less out there. We'll have like a main structure that's going to surround the iron farm. And then let's actually change these blocks just so we know what we're talking about. You'll know one thing if you watch me for any extended period of time, that I am more than likely undiagnosed ADHD. More than likely. I don't know for sure, but like, it's potential. Okay, so this is a little mock-up of what I'm thinking of building. So this is going to be like a little smithy sort of thing here. And then this is going to be more of like maybe facing or even out onto the water. So like this main block here is going to be the actual farm. And so it's kind of a loose interpretation. I did a little sketch in a sketch pad. And so like we'll do some other stuff to it and we'll come up with a roof. But my plan is to lay out like a block palette. Let me grab my smooth stone. Which means we're going to have to do a little resource collecting because I don't have a lot of smooth stone. So I'm thinking something very loosely and like that, but we're obviously going to need some other blocks. Where's my crafting table? Over here. Also, you may be wondering what this thing is in the corner. This is a super smelter. I like to build them because I like to smelt a lot of resources at once to save time. Whether that actually saves time, I don't know. But I like the idea that it does. Okay. I'm wondering if this is not going to be too bright. Obviously, it looks very bright right now. And you know what we may actually need to do? We may have to do like a polished andesite first. But that could connect the lines down into this texture a little more. And then on the bottom, I want to do something. Come on, let me sleep. On the bottom, I want to do something like mossy kind of going up. So I think that could be really cool. Let's see. Yeah. And then maybe in areas we can kind of use the deep slate and like blackstone and basalt to make it look like it's got like ash and coals and that kind of stuff on it. So we can use that in like very sparing areas. But yeah, I think I like that direction. I don't know if I want to go that light. And obviously that's going to use a lot of materials. But yeah, that's the basic plan. And we'll improvise as we go because I'm probably going to change everything I just said once I get started. So let me break this down. We also flattened a lot of this area out Which, again, if you watch the next episode on my channel, you'll see a lot of this process happening. Also, guys, I'm going to do a quick little switcheroo here, and I want your opinion. So you'll notice something different here. I have shaders installed, and so I'm curious what you think about these shaders. Do you like shaders? Do you not like shaders? I know Matt in the comments. I know what you're going to say. Oh, Melissa, polished diorite would look good too. Let's go see what we have. So let me know what you think about the shaders. I think it makes GooseWorld look pretty. And I like it for the play experience of it, but I also really like vanilla Minecraft. Let's see how much diorite. And so we have calcite. So calcite could be a good one. Of course, I brought so much junk with me. Hold on, let me empty my junk out. So yeah, diorite. Any other block palettes you can think of? Because honestly, that's as far as I got, really. Calcite could be good. Let me see. Let me pop in a couple things here. Of course, I grab like 20,000 materials right before I come over here. I don't have a whole lot of diorite, but it might be enough. And andesite could be a good transition block too. Let's go ahead and move that there, just for the sake of grabbing this. Okay, let's run back over. I think, yeah, you know, that's what people keep telling me, Taco, is that, I hope it's okay, call you Taco. However I want to play, I should play. That, yeah, I'm just so willing to cater to people that I'll do whatever you want me to do. If you hang out with me for a couple hours, I'll do whatever you want me to. I'm just kidding. Not really. But I'm learning that. I'm learning just to do what I want to do, and people who want to watch it will watch. So let's see if we have enough materials, and if we don't, then we need to get some materials. So I'm going to take all the like detail blocks out, and I'm only going to put like the actual blocks, which makes sense in my brain when I said it, but you know what I mean. Like all of the walls and stairs and slabs and stuff. I'm going to take those out. I'm going to leave the main blocks in there, and then I'm going to put these blocks in here, and I'm not going to organize them just because I know Matt is going to cringe in the comments. So you're welcome, Matt. We have so much iron too already. Hey, funny moment. What's up? Yeah, there you go, man. Hey, glad you're here. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, link is at the top of the comments or the chat. So go check it out. Pretty cool. We share builds and do that kind of stuff here. So concrete powder and grays and whites, wool, smooth quartz. Ooh, quartz could be good. Let me, hold on. Do I have inventory? I have inventory space this time. Harley, you think both are good? Shaders make it look more smooth, but no shaders. Shaders is like OG Minecraft, which I feel is like more style of your channel. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm like struggling, is because I genuinely like the look of OG Minecraft. I really do. And you know what, guys? The wool could really save us a lot on materials because we have Spider Farm. There's a ton of string down there too. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab some glass just because we're probably going to need it. Okay, dyes. Help me out, guys. I know you can make light gray. We may have to do a little bit of coal gathering. I know that's super boring for a stream, but it's a stream after all. Yeah, so pale oak. I do have a little bit of pale oak. Stripped pale oak could look good in select areas. I don't want it to be super light. Yeah, another nice white. I didn't even look for quartz. Let me look for quartz. Guys, sometimes I have to remember to like breathe. So block of quartz. Bone? Oh, bone could be a good one. Okay. I didn't think about that, obviously. Let me go and grab the blackstone because I think we're going to need that. And we'll get anything else we need if we need it. I do want to do something funky with magma blocks. I just decided that just now. I don't know. Do you guys... let's decide right now. Shaders or no shaders? Because if you leave it to me, I'm not going to decide. It looks a little too, like, fuzzy to me, in my opinion. What do we think? And plus, I want, like, if people have, like, a world download eventually, which is something I never really thought about, I don't want them to have to, like, have shaders to make it look good. You know what I mean? Let's disable them for now. Let's just for now. Let's do that. And if we absolutely know it looks like poop, go back to shaders, then let's do it. Okay, yeah. Are they going to blow up my computer? I don't know. It's making noises, so... Yeah, see, you'll see in the next episode, funny moment, I used it in some of the time lapses, which might be the thing I do, just to elevate, like, the experience. Also, you'll see in the episode, this kept happening. So let's just take care of this real quick. It's like playing whack-a-mole. It's like whack-a-mole. It's pretty fun, too, not going to lie. So I, obviously did a great job of, covering up what I needed to cover up. I need more dirt. I need 1 dirt, to be precise. Yeah, so they kept spawning, like, all over the place. And I had to play whack-a-mole. Yeah, no shaders. Yeah, I think you're right, Harley. I think that's the move. All right, do we want to do a block palette? Let's do block palette. Let's just keep 1 of every block that we want to use or thinking about using. So I like the smooth stone. I think that's an underused block. Let's take the andesite, the diorite, the calcite. Let's do a little bit of mossy. Also, we might need more moss. Guys, this is going to be an episode. It's going to be a pretty good episode, I think. So think top to bottom. Or we're just going to lay it out right here. Hold on. No, I don't like that. Let's do this. I want to be able to look at it. We're going to eliminate. We're going to go through process of elimination. If I can place blocks, that is. Process of elimination for this block palette. Let's see. Can we do... Yeah, let's do polished diorite. Let's do polished andesite. Quartz pillar, quartz brick. Because why not? I don't know if I like the pillar. I don't know if I like the planks either, but we're going to try it. Okay. Sorry, some of this episode might be inventory management, which I know Matt is going to love. Also, Matt, I hope you're okay becoming a canonical part of my YouTube channel. Okay. We're going to go process of elimination by what I like first. And then, if I can't decide, I would love your input. Okay, so the vibe we're going for is very much a top to bottom, like, subtle gradient. I don't want, like, the hyper overdone, like, Minecraft gradient where you're changing every other block and changing textures around. And yes, Matt, you are in the lore. You're established. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's just stick to... We're going to probably need more chests, honestly. $100% we're going to need more chests. Okay. Let's put a pickaxe and an axe. And sleep in just a second. Okay. So let's move stone down here. So that's the polished, and that's actually lighter. Sleep. Jump into bed. Guys, we got 6 people watching, or at least 5 because I've got it pulled up in the browser too. So appreciate you guys joining. I'm excited for this build. I think it's gonna be fun for me. So hopefully it's fun for you. All right, so regular diorite's got a lot of gray, but it's got white. That's honestly the better transition, in my opinion, though. Potentially. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's not really what we're going for. I think it's got too much maybe it's a variation block that we can add. I like the idea of the smooth blocks because they have this border, and I'm going for a very, like, not industrial, but I'm going for, like, as industrial as you can get in a medieval vibe. So manufactured might be a better word for that. And I think I do like the stone brick as well, just as like a common core thing in my world. And so this is kind of what I got so far. So I think we want like a lighter block. A lot of these to me are giving off really cool tones, but you do have a little bit of this warmer, almost green, which bone definitely has that vibe. I think that's way too pink. Wool has definitely the cool tones in it. That's too pink. Not a bad idea, but it's too pink. That's too warm, I think. See, that's really warm too. Is wool the way to go? I don't know. Is wool too much? What about calcite? Was calcite good? Okay. Can you do anything with calcite? Calcite's just calcite. You can't change it, right? Yo, we got 8 people watching. What's up? Sound off in the chat. Let me know who's here. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so that's like, I think, palette number 1 for now. And I think this is going to be more of like exposed areas. Concrete. Okay, guys, help me out. Because I have like, I don't think I have like any sand. And you need sand. What else do you need? Because that's one block that I've only messed with in creative. I know that's like weird, but I am such a like medieval style builder. Is this how you make concrete powder? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. Okay, yeah, gravel, sand, and a dye. So, do we want... Let's see, do I have bones in here? I don't. I do have dye. Let's just see what it looks like. I think we want, what, gray and... Yeah, sand and gravel. I figured it out on my own. I'm awesome. You can say it. It's okay. Okay, so now we have that. Let's do 8 blocks of that. Okay, we know we're not going to use some of these, so let's put some of these back. Like the bone. I don't think we're going to use that, which is probably... Anyways, we'll put... I'm going to get some more wood. We have a ton of wood. I don't need that. Okay, mob drops. Let's see, black ink sacks, right? That's what wow, I do not have a lot of black ink sacks. Okay, let's do gray dye. And let's just make this real quick. Concrete powder look good, or do you think we do regular concrete or make a little bit of each and go from there? I'd love to do light gray. I think. Oh, I got too many blocks. The leaf litter. It's a great decoration block, but it hurts my soul sometimes. Okay. Light gray. I need bones. Right? To do light gray? Or am I lying? Okay, we don't need those. How do you do light gray? Is light gray like that one specific flower? Like the oxeye or whatever? This should make light gray dye. Oh, wait, hold on. That's bone meal. Ha. Just kidding. Guys, ignore me. Ignore me. I did it right the first time. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I did it right the first time. That's so weird that you wouldn't think that. Okay, so now we've got light gray. And we'll do a bit of both. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay. I've got way too many blocks. Well, we don't need you. How you feeling about my inventory there, Matt? You stressed out yet? Stressing me out, so you've got to be like squeamish over there. Okay, let's do some shifting around here. Here we go. We didn't get any black, which is fine. We don't really need that. So where would this fit in, you think? Like in between here? Is that kind of the vibe? So it definitely has like a similar tone, but it brings a bit of warmth without drawing a lot of attention. Like it might even be a good overall transition right here. What do we think? But it has more texture. So let's try. You do water? Guys, I literally have never. I've literally never done this. Okay, so that got super warm. That's interesting. Okay, I just want to see what this one does with water. So that's super dark. Wow. Okay. So that's cool. And maybe not what we're going for here, except maybe in like shadow areas. So you see how like if you get farther away, it almost... Oh gosh. That was... Guys. I'm smart. Let's actually grab that concrete. We're going to need that. Maybe. A ton of... Okay, we can't grab it because inventory management is a thing. Let's drop off stuff. Okay. Let's just drop off a bunch of this extra stuff. I'll probably need that, knowing me. Okay, we'll get to that eventually. Let's just make another couple of chests. Okay. Linear thinking, Seth. Linear thinking. That is what we need. One idea at a time. Could have just used the recipe book thing over here to do that, but I didn't because I chose not to. That's who I am as a person. Okay. We're going to get in trouble when we get shulker boxes. Okay, these are all of our lighter color blocks-ish. Let's actually grab the ones from here, too. Okay. So what are we thinking? I like this as a shadow. So as a shadow that works, to me this doesn't work nearly as much, except for like maybe in like dark recesses that I want to do. So let's take that off. Let's put that there. That's not a bad overall like palette. We definitely go from like cool purplish to like cool purplish with a little bit of blue, and then like smooth with like overall cool tones. And then this is warm, and then this is warm. So as like a focal point in certain areas, I think that'll be good. All right, I have been wandering around for 30 minutes now, and I think we have a good direction. So let's take stock of what we need. And I think it's going to be mostly like coal and stuff so that we can smelt up some more smooth stone. Because we do not have but like 2 pieces of coal to our name. So, ooh, white concrete. Could try that. Let me just see what it looks like. Never hurts, right? Okay, let's do. Where's our concrete? Oh no, we gotta redo. Yeah, and then we've got white dye right here. Haha. I'm intelligent, he says, reaffirming himself. Oh, you know what? If this goes darker, that's the coal. Coal. Words. Okay. I like it as a smoothness. Now, I want to see how it matches up to like the iron blocks. Wherever those happen to be. So, in white concrete powder, obviously. I had some of that, apparently. That could be a good transition. Do I not have those iron blocks? They're right there, in front of my face. Oh, you know what? It kind of keeps a little bit of the coolness. Now, the iron has some warmer tones in it. Oh, dead coral blocks. I mean, this could be an adventure stream. I could abandon everything and go find a very niche block right now. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, this is not a bad vibe here. And you know what? That's got warm tones, so that could be a good transition block. I don't know if we're going to use all of these, but I think having access to them is good. And I have very limited access to calcite right now. I mean, I know where a couple geodes are, but I don't want to go looking for them. And the white concrete powder may honestly be. Oh, that transitions really nicely. Those two. Let me see what that looks like on the end. Because my thought is like the iron blocks would be very, very minimal. Although we have almost an infinite supply of them now. So, what do we think about something like that? I don't like the placement of these two things. But this has a shadow. Let's see, was that gray? Yeah. What are we thinking here? Okay. Andesite. So brick, andesite. Guys, that's not a bad. That's not bad. This is throwing me off just slightly. The light gray, it could be, honestly, yeah, I just don't know if it's going to work for what we want it to do. It's not bad, though. Like, it looks decent. And it honestly, this is dumb. Yeah, that's dumb. We don't want to do that. I think we may have two different, like, distinct palettes here. And I think we can use them in conjunction with one another, but I don't think they're going to connect necessarily. And I think that's okay. I think as long as we have a solid direction of what we want to do, that's what matters. Okay. And let's, just for the sake of it, I mean, Oh, you know what? I hate to say it, guys. I hate to throw this out into the universe. And not as like a main block to build with, but like texture in and amongst these. Because it carries those warm tones through. And it's almost like dirty. I don't know. Maybe. Let's leave it. Let's go collect some coal. And then we will decide what we want to do. Because I hate to go collect more birch. It just sounds like I shouldn't do that. What's up? Noah17 is happy. I'm glad you're happy. That's awesome. Can I play Minecraft with you? You know what? Go join the Discord. If you want. And that is a place where eventually, down the road, there may be some opportunities to maybe not play Minecraft with me, but to get connected to future community events and things of that nature. So that would be the place to get connected and into our little GooseWorld community here. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, absolutely no coal. So let's just hope. We're going to take a visit down here. Let's see here. I can't wait to start building in this cave, guys. I think it's going to be awesome. This is our temporary little mine here that it just leads down to our spider farm. So I've just been using it to kind of mine around and end things. I found 17 diamonds the other day just by like mining a little bit into the spider farm. I brought no blocks. Well, we might need more diorite, so let's go ahead and do that. What have you guys been up to? What's on your, you've been playing Minecraft? You've been playing other games? Minecraft's the only game I play. But I'm curious to know what you guys have been up to in your spare time, if you have that. I'm just going to collect a little bit of this up. Hey, look, and coal. Oh, hold on. We need... Oh, maybe we get some coal blocks. That's not the mission. But maybe we get some, like, coal ore. Maybe that's part of our block palette. And I think other ores, too, with Silk Touch could be a cool addition to, like, stockpile around. So my plan is to put, like... to make it look like a mining encampment almost, like where the ores come from the mining encampment, and this is the building they get taken to be processed. Working and playing Minecraft, I mean, that's the life. Do I have torches? Thank God. Okay, let's just do a little bit more diorite, just because we're here. Just because we're here. And we're going to get a little bit of ores. Has anybody, like, since finding this channel, has anybody, if you're subscribed, like, has it encouraged anybody to keep playing Minecraft more consistently? Matt, you're cleaning? That sounds lovely. I'm glad you can listen to the sound of my voice and blocks breaking while you're cleaning. I hate cleaning. I do it, but I hate it. Despise might be a better word. Okay, hello, Mr. Creeper, sir. Speaking of creepers, anybody watching Python MC? Since he started doing his whole series and channel again? I have. I catch him on occasion. It's pretty cool. Okay, we got more coal. Okay, we might have enough now that we can start fortune. Get some lighting here for you guys. Sorry about that. Got a couple people watching. I'm glad you're sticking around. And feel free if you need to head out. No big deal. This is just us hanging out, playing Minecraft. So if you got things to do, feel free to go do them. You are not held captive here. Unless you want to be. I mean, if you're using this as an excuse to not do something, then I'll be here for you. I'll be that excuse. as long as you need me to. But if you really got to go do it, just go do it and then come back and watch it later. Feel like all you do, Harley, is school and work, but after tomorrow officially be summer, even though it's still snowy and rainy. Where are you at? That it's still snowy and rainy. That sounds miserable. You must be high up in the mountains somewhere, or like on a different part of the planet that has snow. Because it's cold. It's not like super warm here. It's not cold, but it's not super warm. All right, I'm going to get just a little bit of granite. Just to give us a little bit of block variation when we go to like do ore deposits and stuff like that. Especially when we do like our masons area. And then we're going to start building. Utah. That's right. I remember you saying that somewhere. Whether it was in the comments or Discord. I can't remember which, but yeah. Utah, the closest I've been to Utah is Montana. And when I went out there, it was great. But in the middle of May, it was like 45 degrees, which was amazing for me. I loved it. My wife thought it was a little too cold. I was like, I'm ready to move out there right now. Beautiful country. Beautiful state, I guess I should say. It's my country. Or the country in which I reside. All right, guys, I think that's enough because I don't even, 50, we might need a little more coal. We might have to. And just maybe a little bit of copper. A little bit of copper. Never hurt anybody. All right, I don't want to be down here in the mines forever, though. Why am I getting iron? We do not need iron at all. That is the reason I built that farm. Also, I feel like I'm going to get lost. I see you, skeleton. All right, let's try a different route. Oh, there's some coal. New Jersey is where it's at. You think so? I don't know. I've heard some stuff about Jersey. Just kidding. I'm sure it's fun. I had a manager where I used to work at a trampoline park. He was originally from Jersey, and he would tell me stuff, and I'd just be like, man, I'm glad I don't live in Jersey. But he loved it. I think people who are from Jersey love Jersey, but anyone who's not from Jersey is like, would I like Jersey? I don't know. Is that accurate? I feel like it's accurate for me, but again, no shade on Jersey. I'm sure it's great. All right, we've got 64 and some of coal. But let's just wander on down here into the scary depths and see what's up. A little bit of lapis never hurt anybody. Unless it did, then I'm extremely sorry if you've been hurt by lapis before. All right, we're getting into deep slate territory, which I see there are ores down there, but I just don't. It's not in my purview right now. Locked in, focused. Jersey gets a lot of hate. I mean, is it deserved, though? Is it deserving of hate? I don't know. I've never been. I can't say for sure. I don't think it should be just by, its name in association. But, maybe associations mean something. All right. Guys, I have no idea where I'm at. I think I came through here. And I think I came from this way. And not that way. This way. Guys, I'm like a goldfish sometimes. Hey, I found my way. Like, for the first time ever. All right, I think we have enough coal to at least get most of the stone we need. Because if you think we've got 10 furnaces, if we put one in each, that's 80 pieces of stone. I think we'll be all right. All right, if you have never watched before, I think most of you have, but if you haven't, or you're just not caught up on the series, this is Goose Cave. This is where we're going to eventually have like our mega. I don't think it's going to be a mega build, but I think it's just going to be a lot of builds within here that kind of culminate in one structure, which is the cave. So, all right, we're just going to run over here. There's going to be creatures. Creatures? Creepers? Bad guys? Okay, watch our 6. Blow each other up. Thank you. Well, that's a hole for another day. Let's kill the spider. I don't like that noise. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh, that's what that was. I should have known. I'm a master. Combat expert, let me tell you. Okay. Okay, guys. I think we're actually going to start building in this episode, which is episode, live stream, whatever you call this thing. And I'm going to start. So if you are part of the channel and you've seen the last couple videos, I got super frustrated with the replay mod, so I actually switched to flashback, which is one of the reasons that I have sodium and the other mods for shaders and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and start a recording. This thing is amazing, guys. This is just the best ever in terms of like time-lapse mods and stuff like that. Okay, so here's my thought. Kill skeleton, first and foremost. Thank you, sir. I will take your bones. Thank you. Okay. Here's my thought. Clean out inventory. Oh, you know what we didn't get? More cobblestone. You know what we can get very easily right there? Cobblestone. Okay. If you've never used a super smelter, which I'm sure most of you have. Oh, you're just going all in the first one. That's fine. Those really should be one more over. Do I fix it now, though, is the question. No, we worry about that later. Oh, but it's going to put 64 in there. Nah, we got to fix it. Sorry. Fix. Quickly. It's going to look janky. That's okay. Let's push those that way. Not back over here. Oh, it's powered. That's why. This is like a super simple super smelter. Say that 5 times fast. Okay. Don't need spider eyes. Please don't need spider eyes. Okay. No spider eyes, I said. I hate, literally, I did this for like 10 minutes the other day. No exaggeration. We're just going to start throwing stuff out of our inventory. What? Smelted. Okay, well, that's fine. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so there. I know I have more of these. Hold on. Okay, we've got a ton of resources in here, so we're just going to throw those in there. This is going to be like our decoration chest. Let's call it that. Cool. All right. All right, guys, you hanging in there with me? Try not to, like... I literally did that again. I literally did it again. How do you not do that? Oh, I know how you don't do it. I had to do this the other day. There's probably a better way to do this. I know for sure there's a better way to do this. Okay, there we go. Now I just got to move this doohickey to right there. Hold on. We're going to do this. Yep. Okay. So now we can put the coal in here and do that. All right, why is that one not moving though? You're powered. Go. Be free. Cool. All right, so now there's coal in all of these. We just got to get enough stone. Which honestly, I have silk touch. So it's not really a concern of mine. It shouldn't be. I shouldn't have even taken the time. But I did. I did. Too fancy for you. I think I'm clever doing a dripstone lava farm. Yeah, actually, I thought about doing that. And I really probably should because that would make my super smelter even more super. So, I actually have a silk touch pickaxe, which totally didn't even occur to me. But we need smooth stone, so this will save us one step. Anybody watch any good movies or TV shows? I'm looking for something else. And who better to ask than the people who chose to watch the best content today? Arguably the best content out there on YouTube today. I mean, I would say that personally. Matt used leaf litter as fuel. Yeah, let me do that. Let me. Was it take like 10 leaf litter per item or something like that? That'd be a great idea. So my thought in this world is, and I'm still looking for your recommendations, by the way. But in the meantime, my thought is in this world, I would get stone and stuff from areas where I'm actually planning to do something eventually. That way, it's not just like a giant scar in the land. Arrested Development. Okay, yeah, never seen that. I've heard of it. What's the plot? Or I guess Castaway. Oh God, I love Castaway. I guess the better question would be: is Arrested Development like a comedy? Is it? Oh, dude, Taco Paradise, love it. I've already watched it. It's amazing. They're out of it's caught up right now, right? Like they're in between seasons. Season 2 just ended. It's fantastic. Great show. I'll never not see that main character as anything other than Randall from This Is Us, though. Great actor, though, for sure. Duh, creeper. Couldn't even sneak up on me, could you? Come on, Minecraft, do better. Yeah, so my thought is like if we get stone from like areas like this, then we can like open up and connect the cave. Be cool. Comedy, short episodes, Jason Bateman and Will Arnett. Yeah, I mean it's hard to go wrong with those guys. Good comedy. I love comedy. I don't mind a good rom-com either. Okay, eventually we're going to do something interesting. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this is all you get. Just kidding. It's not all you get. Okay, that's got to be enough. It's got to be. I don't know if it is, but it's got to be. New season of The Boys. Haven't watched it though. Let me tell you, I'm a little torn. I'm a little torn on The Boys. It's to me, it tickles that, like, maybe that's a bad language to use in light of that show, but it hits a certain part of my middle school, like, you know, brain that's still probably there, from, God, what, 20 years ago? Not even 20. Not 20 yet. Like 17 years ago. So it, like, hits that part of my brain, but I'm also like, I don't know if I want it to. Oh, crap. No, that's not what I wanted. Wrong side. Luckily, that will not go in there. I'm smart. Okay. Also, sorry, tree. But, bumped my head one too many times. That's probably good. And let's go. I just like watching them all light up. Really? Who put coal in there? Who did it? Oh, God, guys, I did it the wrong way. The first time I did it the wrong way. Why am I so intelligent? Well, let me go in here and get every single one of these out. That's fun. Just ditch the stream for 2 seconds and then come back. I promise I'm intelligent. See, look, I don't even know what you're talking about. There was always the right, appropriate thing in there the whole time. Like, the whole time. Don't know what you're talking about. See? Yeah, it was supposed to be like that. Yeah, so The Boys, I'm definitely, like, I've watched it, okay? I'm caught up. But I also don't agree with a lot of, like, what it shows visually, and especially, like, it's gotten better about not just showing everything and anything. But I had to stop watching, what's the other one? Whatever, whatever show that is. I can't remember what it is, but the one where, like, they're in college, like, I stopped watching that because it was just too much nudity, too much of everything combined together, and I was uncomfortable watching that. And if it's tasteful, I can maybe stand to, like, you know, someone starts to, like, go into the love scene, but then they cut out of it. I don't need to watch that. There's no point in me watching that. I don't desire to watch it at all. So I've thought about just, like, cutting out, but I have this problem where it's extremely difficult for me to just be, like, done with something. I have to, like, I'm an all or nothing. I have to see it through. And so since I've started it, I feel an obligation whether I want to or not. Silly show. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah, silly. It's definitely not one you watch for the plot necessarily. And I like plot, so, you know. All right. Let's go ahead and stop running around aimlessly. And I'm going to put all of our stone in here. So we got some more diorite. So what we want, like, do we even need diorite? I think we took diorite out. That's funny. Well, we have diorite if we need it, and we have some granite. And we've got some more ore blocks. Okay. So are we out of stuff here? Cool. Sweet. Yeah, super smelter, great idea. I love it. Let's get these up. And then we're going to start laying out the shape of what we want. And this might be too big. Anime? Yeah, so anime is the same thing for me. I watched, like, Naruto. Love it. I absolutely love Naruto. I will live and die by that show. Maybe not die, but I will recommend that to anybody, and kids especially. I think it's fine for kids up to a certain, maturity age, obviously, but I can't watch some of the other ones because, again, some of the themes in there, it's like animated, but it's mature themes, Okay, let's do stone bricks. So yeah, I'm just, whether you agree with that or not, that's your opinion. And I will respect whatever anybody wants to watch with their own time. But for me personally, it's hard for me to sit there and watch something that goes against what I believe for myself. And what I believe for myself is that I should, not be looking at anything that I wouldn't watch. A, with my parents in the room. Um, I'm a grown man, but that's a pretty good metric. you know, don't watch anything that you wouldn't want to, be walked in on. And then also just I'm a Christian, and so I don't like to subject myself to a lot of things that are innately going against what I believe for myself and what I should do. So for me, I don't like to watch a lot of things with nudity. Like I said, I'm not a prude. I'm not gonna you look down on anybody who does. I'm an artist, and so I've drawn the nude figure. I've done things like that, but just nudity for nudity's sake, I'm not gonna watch it. Or I'm gonna have my wife tell me when the scene's over and cover my eyes. If it's a woman or if it's a man, likewise. But so let's see here. We've got stone brick. I guess we need to lay out what we're thinking as far as size. We know shape, so I kind of just want to enclose this, and I'm thinking a big foundation, and then we can even do slabs on the top of that. Which I think could be a good idea. Because we're going to definitely need to do slabs. Yeah, I've watched Attack on Titan. Storyline's really good on that one. Like I said, as long as it doesn't really have a whole lot of grotesque, which I'm not grotesque as in gore. I don't mind that. I can, ignore that to a point. What am I doing? We're starting with that. Also, we're going to get golems spawning in here while I'm building this, but that's okay. I'm going to hopefully spawn proof everything. So we'll go back in texture and add mossy stuff. But for now, I'm just going to do the basic outline words. Yeah, Attack on Titan, I like that. Really good storyline. I'm all for that. JJK, is that Jujutsu Kaisen? The one with the magic? I sound like such an old guy. The one with the magic? Yeah. I started that, if that's what you're talking about. It may not be the one you're talking about. Okay, andesite. Let's do that. Polished andesite specifically. Oop, we got more andesite. And we'll do some detail blocks too. Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen. Cool. Yeah, I have started watching that one. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. What I've seen of it. Now, I've not seen very much of it, so. And I'm not gonna do just one line of each of these. I'm just trying to get a baseline for what I want to, how far I want to go up with certain blocks and whatnot. Because we may want to do 2 rows of something. Okay, smooth stone. I can jump in Minecraft, don't worry about me. Okay. I'm kind of surprised these guys haven't spawned up here, honestly. Maybe they need a 1x2 or something? Yeah, so maybe this is where we can start to think about how high we want to go up with some of this. Oh, Sword Art Online was the first anime I ever watched. That and Naruto, or Naruto if you want to be that guy. Any more blocks? But yeah, Sword Art Online, definitely, I really like that one. I like the concept of that more than anything. Again, some of the episodes I was just kind of like, as a middle schooler, I was like, oh, this is awesome. But as an adult, I'm looking back on it, I'm like, I wouldn't let, my niece or nephew in middle school watch some of those, just out of personal conviction. But Avatar Last Airbender, yep, that one was a good one for sure. All right, what block do we want next? We want to transition. Maybe we go up a little bit with these. And then we texture into it just to give us a good outline. Yeah, anime is good. You just gotta be careful what you're watching. I think because we're easily influenced way more than we think we are. We think we always have our guard up, but our guard is usually down. Let's see, we're gonna need some more smooth stone. Looks like. Yep. That's okay, because that's what this is for. Let's go. That's right. Yeah, okay, so here's kind of what I'm talking about. We'll do one of these. So as we kind of go up, we can start adding some other. What is this build going to be? This is our sort of smelting, processing area. So this is where I'll have some of the blacksmiths and the armorers and some of that stuff in future, subscriber villager arcs or whatever. So yeah. Ooh, hello. And of course, it's going to house, the iron farm as well. So what I'd like to do is have an entrance here. Maybe where we're hooking that up. And then make a floor right here. And I don't think our rates are going to get affected by that. Hopefully not. If so, let me know now before I build the entire thing. But yeah, this is going to be where we're going to smelt everything. Eventually we'll move the super smelter or incorporate it over into this building. So it's going to have essentially look like a old blacksmith, like a smithy on one side facing the water. And then it'll have, like I said, our armorer and, armor stands, all that fun stuff. Any subscriber villager who's in that smelting ores, weapons, tools kind of range. All right, let's sleep real quick. Place a block, then sleep because I'm that guy. Oh, witch. A witchy witch. I don't want the witch. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. So my other thought is, I guess not really thought. I don't know why I did that. Anywhere that we can sort of gradate this, I think would be cool. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, what do we think? That's pretty cool. I think if we bring a little bit of mossy, just a little teeny tiny bit, and some wood overhangs and structures and having the smithy I think the smithy could just go right here and we could do path leading this way, and that way is you know, the smithy's like coming out onto the water, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I'm out on the water, looking out, making weapons, doing stuff." So that could be cool, in my opinion, in my humble professional Minecraft opinion. All right. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm excited. This is the longest I think I've personally ever played Minecraft. Which is wild for me. Well, we had like none of that left. Good thing we've got a ton of it here. Haha. Which we can actually save some, I think, if we do it this way. No, I don't think that's true. I just turned a ton of that, and I think we need them. It'll be all right, because we got to spawn-proof everything, too. All right, question. Do we leave this open so that we can watch the golems die from this level? Is that cruel, or is it just fun? My wife would say cruel and unusual. I would say typical and fun. Okay, and I don't think our rates are being affected. So I might close it in for now. Unless you guys, like, you know, if you wanted to add an immersive detail, many forges used water wheels to help with tasks that required a lot of mechanical force. All right, history buff. Might be a neat detail. Yeah, that could be cool. I think if we were, like, near a river, it would make more sense. But this is kind of like an open bay sort of area. I don't know. It could make sense. I'm not opposed to it. It's a good idea. I think as we keep building and as we keep coming up with details, that's definitely an option. It's not immediately a bad idea, Matt. Trust me, I'll let you know if it is, especially you. Almost killed me in the Nether last stream, so this way too, we just got to make sure we light this place up. Okay. Not opposed to that. Okay. I think we have our shell somewhat there. Those are stone bricks. That's what I wanted. Yeah, morbid but fun, Melissa. That's kind of the vibe I live by. All right. More andesite, please. All right. Let's grab some more of that good stuff. I think we're done here for now. Okay. That's that. Andesite. All right, and do we have any other andesite? What am I doing here? Any other polished stairs, maybe? Maybe. Let's do some more of those. What am I doing? Inventory. Here we go. What are we thinking, guys? Come together? I kind of want to do a fun part of it, but like this is the boring part that like I feel like you gotta do. It's not boring necessarily. Tedious? I don't know. Maybe not even tedious. Yeah. that'll work. So this is going to go up fairly tall, and we're going to have a ton of detail. So like one example of that, one of the things that if you watch any of my videos, you know I have a tendency to do. Not that. Oh, I lost noise. Oh, that's because someone's calling me. Literally every time I stream, someone calls me. Every time. There we go. Yeah, so we'll do little things like that just to bring in a little bit more detail. Just subtlety. I like it. And then right here, I'm thinking, I kind of want to give you guys an idea of what I'm thinking. So let me break away from my current task for the sake of doing something totally different. Hello, I need those, please. Thank you. That'll work. Gotta eat. Man must eat. Alright, so let me get some wood accents here. I'll do some of this. So my thought is this is like the first level foundation, right? So from here, we would have sort of come up and meet that. And then maybe let's do one. Okay, how long is this? 17 blocks, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks. Why do I feel like that was supposed to be more? No, that's right. 16. So if we go every 4, 5, 6. Let's do one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that should give us, so what I do here, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not where that goes. And now I need a shovel to fix that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be like final design. Ooh, you know what? And I should put that inset one more. I don't know how I feel about this. We're just going to go for it. So we're obviously going to have to spawn proof all of this, I think. I'm building on the fly here, guys. So if this looks janky right now, it's because it is. All the detailing step is going to happen later. Which is the fun stuff, I know, but you gotta do the boring stuff to get to the fun stuff. Alright, so let's do that. I'd like to say I planned that out to work perfectly, but I did not. And I'm glad it worked. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking there. And then this will be sort of like a, I don't know if we'll keep it open, slightly enclosed. Maybe this area will be eventually enclosed a little bit, but I think for now, what I like to do is build this up and do like a lean-to situation. Alright, guys. I gotta sleep. I do not want to die. And I have not looked up any inspiration as far as like forges. So I need to do that. Beyond like my knowledge. What we got here? Unbreaking 1. That sounds like a good time. Alright, let's see. So have I done the detailing all the way around? At least that level. Yeah, let's do a little bit more of this. So I like to be able to like peek into things. I think that's a really cool build hack. Hack? I don't know if that's a hack, but build tip. I think it immerses you in the world a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Let's do a corner detail here. I think that'd be cool. And if we do this, we can actually get it to go like that. Yeah. Stuff like that's cool. Alright. Yeah, so down here is our zombie in a boat with our villagers. That's how the farm works. In case you're wondering. It's a very popular design. I just yoinked it off of YouTube, so. Let's do one of these. That could be cool. Kind of see through there a little bit. I don't know if I like that. Let's do it the other way. Yeah, that's better. Now we can watch them die from the outside. I kind of like this detail there. Kind of leading the eye a little bit. And you know what? I think I don't... now that I'm thinking about it, don't know if I love the fact that that's like open. What could be cooler is if we took stone brick and we did one of those. And then we could cordon this off. So those are slabs. That'll work. That's fine. All right. Yeah, let's do a little bit of stone brickage. I want to see what tough looks like. It may be way too much. Could be a nice anchor point, though. It's just green and that's like magenta. So if we do it, we gotta do it like maybe like solidly under these areas. Maybe we do like one of those. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Anybody? Bueller? It's almost like a nice shadow. I don't like that. Let's grab these. We're just playing around right now. Could be a nice element. Mossy stone brick could be better, though. I think both are fine. Yeah, and I think honestly the tough might be worth experimenting with. Like to draw attention to certain areas. Try to pick those blocks up. Okay. Yeah, I think in the corners, almost like a vignette. I think that's cool. Yeah. We can transition. Let me grab some of these. I ain't got that many left, so let's see. Do I have anything in here? We're just kind of throwing blocks at it at this point, which is not a bad strategy. The walls are cool to like give dimension. Yeah, I think using this as like a template for kind of what we'll do on the bottom as a whole is going to be good. So I think that's good. And then now it's going to be a matter of like, what do we do up top? And I think that's where we're going to start transitioning into some of these. So let me grab a lot of those blocks. So we have calcite, which we don't have a lot of, so we'll have to use that sparingly. And then we've got white concrete powder. Which I don't think we had very much of to begin with, so if any. Okay. Hey, shrimpy shark. No worries. Been outside since lunch. Gumballs from our dang gumball. Oh, I thought you meant like actual gumballs. Okay. Do you mean actual gumballs? I'm confused. I'm glad you're here, though. We're probably not going to go too much longer. We'll play a little bit. We'll definitely go a little bit longer. I want to get a direction for... There it is. I knew we had some. I'd like to solidify a direction for the top of this. So we're building a structure. If you missed it, go back and watch the VOD. I think it's worth it. It's pretty cool. This is going to be our iron farm. So if you watched the last episode, you know that it was up in the sky. That didn't work out, so we yoinked a YouTube design. So that's what we're doing currently, is we're doing a build that goes around our iron farm, which I'm kind of surprised there's no golem spawning up here. I know most of it is slabs, but surprising. Okay. Let's maybe do this out this way as well. What was that, 3 blocks? And then let's actually go right there. I think that'll be good. And then we'll do one of these. Not what I meant to do. I'll break it with a pickaxe. I did that. That's what I get. No, it's a tree that drops these spiky ball things, slightly smaller than a golf ball. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. We have similar things, if not the same things. Okay, so where's our intersection point? Right there. It's dark. Sleep. Yeah, it's annoying to have a broken lawnmower. I think the good Lord that I do not have a yard right now. Although sometimes I want one. We live in an apartment, so a little insight into the life of Seth, the world of Goose. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking there. And then maybe we do one of these bad boys. Which totally covers up most of the detail we just did. I think that'll be good. And do we do it on the whole thing? I got 4 more left, which means I could do 1 more. I can make more, though. I think that's it. I shouldn't have made that 1 more. I should have just left it. It would have been worked out perfectly. All right. Yep, let's do that. And then this will be good. And then that. All right. Yeah, so the idea here, let me swim out a little bit. The idea here is that we would have like our blacksmith, sort of like a little smithy, maybe even out a little bit. We'll round this off. But this will be like where our smithy sort of operates. And then up here, we're going to go up a little more and do like a smeltery where all the ores get deposited. And we'll maybe do like a crane or something. I think that could be cool. But yeah, so let's do... How do we want to do this? Do we want to take this down? I think so. I don't think that needs to come down all the way around, so we'll leave it right here. Neon Ducky. Hey, first stream I've watched. Oh, awesome. Sweet. Haha, Duck. Neon Ducky. Yeah, we're cousins. Hey, maybe we could start an SMP. A bird-related SMP. That'd be great. Yeah, glad you're joining. This is only my 2nd ever stream, so I'm glad you're here. Glad you found it. And we are building in Minecraft, obviously. This is my survival Let's Play series, and I'm enjoying it so far. Not gonna lie. It's a very awesome experience. Do I want to raise this up 1 more, or do I like the fact that it steps down? I don't mind the fact that it steps down. I don't know how far I want to go up. Let's just visually do something and see what works. Okay, let's do... I kind of like the look of the sort of monolithic, you know, goes straight up. I think we have, like, oftentimes there's something beautiful about just letting a build be a build. Just letting a structure be a structure. So this may look hideous, guys. And I'm not ashamed to admit if it does. Let's just find out. Break our ankles. Okay, hold on. What is our block palette over here? I knew it was going to be a stark contrast. That block is not helping us whatsoever. And we need a more solid... I think we need a textural transition more than anything. Which, honestly, you called it. It might be diorite. It honestly could be diorite. I am not a proud goose. I will admit when I am wrong. And I might be wrong. You've watched every single short and vid. Holy moly. Well, thank you. That is awesome. I don't think I've watched every single short and vid. So, you're ahead of me. That is awesome. I love that. I love that you are enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully that's what you mean. Maybe you're just here to trash talk me, which is fine too. Go for it. Okay, that is such a harsh transition. But my hope is... I don't know what my hope is. Hey, what's up, Crabtree? You're here. I kept streaming just for you. I hope you know that. Let's see. Do we have the white concrete powder? That was like the top one, right? That's what we were going to do on the top. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, we need a better transition. Better transition for sure. Or the alternative is we don't care about the transition. But I care. Any suggestions? I know we kind of figured it out, but that is a stark contrast. And we can't do all... Now, see, that by itself doesn't look bad. Okay, maybe we're onto something here. Maybe this is a textural shift. Yeah, we tried wool a little bit, but I didn't do light gray wool. So that honestly may be the ticket. Let's just try it. Let's go all the way back up here. And then I'd really like to transition that with something else. Is the white concrete just slightly... No. Okay, now that works, but where do we go from here is my question. Do we go darker? I don't think so. Does calcite work out of that, though? I wish calcite could be crafted into something else. So I think our problem is calcite cannot be a main structural block. It has to be like a detail. Yeah, like a transit, like a separate section. Yeah, I get what you're saying. For sure. Thing is, I don't know if that's necessarily what I'm going for. It's not a bad idea. And I'm thinking we could just go like My worry is that we use smooth stone too soon. You see what I'm saying? Like that actually looks pretty decent. And what if it's just like pale moss and light to dark? Yeah. Yeah, I thought about the light to dark. Pale moss would be good. The problem is I don't have any. But that is a good suggestion. It would have some of those tones that we're looking for. I think right now, I think the goal is going to be smooth stone up using pockets of this. And I think that's going to give us a little bit. I think just kind of going into the vibe of like from the top down, we're going to have like dark towards the top. So like maybe even some of these like concrete powders where we'll have like a pocket of this. And then we'll kind of transition out of the wool back into the stone. Let's look at that as I break my ankles for the 50th time in a row. Yeah, like almost just like a little pocket of texture. But it doesn't have to be like smooth because it's just visually interesting. And I like the flat look with texture at the bottom, like depth at the bottom. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, maybe that's what we're gonna go for. So we need to do a lot more collecting of things, and we need to get some dye to get more wools and stuff like that. So I think we'll just do what we can. I kind of want to see what some of these other ones would look like. I know we did it like on the ground, but I want to see it in context. Like what if we did sort of a pocket of this with a little bit of this? And this even has like a separate texture if it goes that way. Do y'all get what I'm going for? It's almost like a part of the wall that's kind of broken down. Do I have more wool? I don't. It'd be awesome if you could turn that into black dye. Let's see. Let's just try. This may look... This is not necessarily supposed to transition together. I just want to see the separate things. Oh, there's some wool. Okay. And then let's go to this. Guys, this very well could look very bad. And I'm expecting it to. How much longer am I going to stream? I have no idea. It may not be very long, to be honest with you. My wife just came home, so I'm probably going to wrap it up probably by 5:30. So sorry you weren't able to join for super long. What do we think about that? So what I like about it is how the texture, like the border, matches. I don't know if I like the bone. I don't think the bone really makes a whole lot of sense here. But, like y'all were saying, we could take some of these, and let me actually make up some spruce fences real quick. Just want to try something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm glad you got to join for a little bit, Hunter. And it's gonna be hard not to. I don't know. I'm gonna just call you Crabtree. That's that's your name now. Yep, still live, Taco. Still here, still going strong. Probably won't be here for super long. Lovely thing about Minecraft, you can try multiple different things if you don't end up liking it. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not super hard to totally abandon ship. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here exactly. Kind of just throwing some other colors and stuff on here to see what kind of works out, like up against these colors, because I want to use spruce as an accent. And spruce is inherently like warmer. So I'm seeing if that bone makes sense. See, when you put it next to that, it doesn't look super terrible. What do we think? Hey, what's up? We got 7 people on. That's awesome. Welcome. Yeah, I don't mind the bone if the bone was slightly cooler. Like a cooler tone. And I know that fence is not connected. That's not going to stay there. Yeah. I think the bone has to go. And I think the birch has to be farther in this way. And I think that we have to have like the dark area here, that gray concrete powder has to be in the middle. So let's do that. If I can remember everything I just said. We're going to eat food. Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, Top add dark colors as if it's undamaged. Yeah, just something that's like a little weathered. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. Okay. Let's see. So bones as scaffold because we can. Yep, let's do that. And then that's not a bad transition because it kind of shares some of the same textural elements. I don't mind it. One thing I do want to do right here, though, is make sure that we keep all of these side elements as like the structured block. I think that probably makes the most sense. Yeah. Crabtree, I think you're onto it. I think the sun damage kind of having the top be like I almost thought like bleached from the sun, but dark could be a good idea too. Let's get rid of these bone blocks. Let's check it out. What do we think there? Almost like the corner of it. I think it needs to come. Obviously, we can go across the top with it. So, what if we did a little less on this side and just see if that lends itself to the same vibe? We'll just do that for now. You had a friend named Goose in college? I feel like that's a lot of like go-to nicknames. It's not a bad thing. All right, let's do just a little bit of this. And I think I want to do a concrete powder. Is that what I want to do? Break the ankles. Oh, I didn't move that. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. I like the vibe. Either way is good. That little details goes. Yeah, little details go a long way. So, what do we think about that white concrete powder? We could go like white towards the top, but I think the structure of the bricks and the stone, like the smooth stone, is what's giving it. It's holding it all together, more or less. And so I think what we can do is we could sprinkle. Maybe we could sprinkle a little bit of the white powder up this way, and that would help. And I'm going to move those light gray concrete. Let's see. What am I doing? What block? Let's go here and here. Do that one. And I think honestly that's probably all right. I mean, that's not bad to me. I kind of like the idea of that darker area. But for now, let's do the white powder. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at it. What do we think? Ready? We're going to reveal in 3, 2, 1. Transition right there is a little rough. That's not bad. I'm almost wondering what it would look like wet. Do we want to try it? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Let's sleep first. All right, guys. I'm going to probably close out in about a couple more minutes. I just want to finalize, I think, this side of the texture. And then you'll have to see the full build in the episode. Let's see. What am I doing here? Ooh, do I want... What? Stone? Is that the block? That's not bad. Okay. I want to try the white up there, I think is what I just said. Anything else that you guys would want to see me stream? I've been thinking about, do we do more build episodes like this? But then I feel like in the main channel episodes, which I mean is my main channel, but in the episodes each week, I feel like you're going to know what's coming. Whereas if we do some of the more grindy, detail-oriented things like this, like you have a taste of what's coming, but it's not fully like revealed yet. Or is it just like, whatever I want to do, you'll follow along and you'll be here because you're awesome. See, I don't mind that. I like that almost better than the texture. What I don't want to do is try to mimic like other build styles, but I also am influenced by them, so I'm not ashamed to be influenced. I think I don't mind it. We'll have to. I think the jury's still out on the concrete powder because it does something next to the bricks that makes them like stand out more, which is not bad. So, in the rain, let's see what it looks like. I guess. In the thunderstorm, let's not see what it looks like. No more forest fires. If you were here early on the stream, you know we had a forest fire that I valiantly fought and put out. All right, here's the real test. Video settings, shaders, and let's enable shaders. you don't know, I downloaded shaders. I don't know, guys. That's pretty nice. With the sunset, or sunrise, I mean. I don't mind that. I mean, you can't have shaders on and just not appreciate anything in Minecraft. I mean, you could look at a tree and be like, "Man, that's a nice tree." All right, guys. I think I think this is a pretty good stopping point for me. Um that's a 2-hour stream. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it. I would love to keep going, but I know my limits. I think if I keep going beyond this, like this is a good creative stopping point for me. Let me go ahead and get my shaders disabled. I'm still learning this UI, so give me a break if I'm fumbling around a little bit. Yeah, I like it in like straight vanilla too. So yeah. Oh, you had to ask that question, Crabtree. You had to. How is the Goose SMP coming along? I'm in conversation with some people that I know are going to at least be part of the early Goose SMP. And I think what I've decided is it's going to be a two-folded thing. I think first it's going to be you guys. So I'm playing around with the idea of having like a realm, which I can have like up to 100 people in at a time. I'm toying around with that or hosting a server for people. The other thing is I want to have like an actual series that I do that is Goose SMP. And so I'm kind of going to handpick people for that. And there's going to be maybe like an application process. And so I'm going to have a very fine-tooth comb that I pick people with. And it might honestly just be people that I already know, my friend group, because not all of them play Minecraft on a regular basis, but I know some of them do. Like Matt and I know each other IRL. And so it very well be you might see Matt in a future Goose series SMP. So we'll have to see. Jury's still out on that one, but I will let you guys know. And if you join the Discord, that's the place to find out all of that information when it gets released. So right now, I work full time, so this is just something I do on the side for fun. To have something like that I would have to manage would be a little bit more of an expectation, and I would want to make sure I was doing it the right way for you guys. So I wasn't just going to start it and then it never gets used. So yeah, Melissa, I still blame Matt too. It's all his fault, and it will forever be his fault, especially in any future SMP situations. It will always be Matt's fault. All right, guys. So this is what we got so far. I like it. I appreciate you guys and your help. If I had done this on my own, it would probably look like Garbaggio. So thank you for helping me out with it. I think this is where we're going to call it. We have some good progress on it. And so if you remember our little structure that we built at the beginning of the stream, smart choice. Yeah, LOL. Matt, we love you, buddy. But, sometimes you just need someone to blame. You need a fall guy. So I think we're going to cap this structure at maybe that height. And obviously we're going to do some kind of roof and something on it. But inside, that means that gives us plenty of room to do sort of like a smeltery situation. Maybe we'll actually move our furnace super smelter in here. We'll figure that out. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. But then we're going to have like a structure coming off of this way that's going to be sort of like the entrance. And I think we'll do that with like spruces and dark oaks and things of that nature. Still keeping some stone and stuff involved in there too. So I'm thinking medieval meets sort of like industrialism on the curb of industrialism, if that makes sense. So, all right, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you don't know who I am, I think most of you do, but I'm Seth, IRL, Goose in Minecraft. Also, do you like my armor trims? I chose purple because why not? Anyways, sidetracked. Thank you guys for watching. I will be releasing an episode, if all goes well, on Wednesday and Friday this week. And that will be the plan going forward, is to do streams on Monday and then post on Wednesday and Friday. So I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. And I will catch you all on the next one. Have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever it is, you Australian people, whatever time it is there, I have no idea. You're on the other side of the planet. So I'm imagining it's the complete opposite of what it is right now. So early? 9? I have no idea. Anyways, guys, thank you. I will see you next time. Tune in, join the Discord, subscribe, do all of those things. Share this. If you know someone who wants to watch it, send it to them. And tell them to join next time, because I like talking to people. And the more the merrier. All right, guys. Thank you.